yesterday was Thursday. And I was just disappointed when it was only Wednesday. All right, 96 is what percent of 132? So you do the is over of equals percent over 100. So the 96 is what percent, I don't know the percent, 100 always stays here, of 132. That's how you set it up. If I do the percent proportion method, that would be part equals percent times the whole. So I know the part is 96 equals x times the whole, which is 132. So then I would just divide this side by 132, divide this side by 132. Okay? Or this way, cross product. Then you divide by 132, divide by 132, x equals, in my calculator it was 0.7272. So I'm moving the decimal over and I'm going to round it to 73%. Any questions on that? Number 2, what do I have to write for the millionth time? Keep telling me, y2 minus, I want everybody telling me, y2 minus,
y1 over x2 minus x1.
that still wasn't everybody. X, and then -8, -5, -5. And we want the slope to equal a -3/10. So I put in my formula. y2 is a -5 minus y1 is a -8 over x2 is a -5 minus x. This has to equal a -3/10. So we keep change, and a -5 plus 3 is a -3. Keep change. So what do I have to have x to equal 10? What? 5. If I put in a 5, it is negative. Because the negative really is on the bottom, because this is a +8, so this would be a +3. So your negative is really on the bottom, which is a -10. Even though they show it's a -3/10 here, the negative goes with the 10. So all you need to do is put in a 5. Because a -5 plus a -5 is a -10. What does this mean then? Since the 3 is positive, it means it goes what? Up 3, and then this one is negative, so then it goes
Left 10.
left 10. So it was a little deceiving when they put the negative sign just right there in the center, but you can figure it out by doing the top first, because it gives us the top. Number 3, a room is 18 foot long by 18 foot wide. Okay, I'm going to just draw a little diagram. It's really a square, right? 18 foot by 18 foot. A blueprint shows the room to be 3.5, so my blueprint is 3.5 inches. What is the width in the blueprint? Did you have to do any work? What's the answer? Right, if this is 18 and this is 18, you don't have to do anything. It's just 3.5. 4, solving the proportional equation. I want everybody to stand on this one. Everybody stand up. What are we solving here? Cross product. So I have 5 times m plus 9 equals 4 times m plus 6. I could have switched it around. Stay standing if you wrote this. Sit down if you didn't. Then I do the distributive property, 5 times m is 5m. 5 times 9 is 45. 4 times m is 4m. 4 times 6 is 24. Stay standing if you got it right. Doesn't matter which side it's on though? No. Fix it if you're sitting. Draw my line. I'm going to bring my 4m over. So I'm going to subtract 4m from both sides. These cancel each other out. So I'm left with m plus 45 equals 24. Then I'm going to box up my m and subtract 45 from both sides. So then m equals, well, I have a negative 45 and a positive 24. I'm going to rewrite it up and down because it's subtracting. And I get a negative 21. Stay standing if you got it right. Sit down if you didn't. Everybody can sit down. I like how many of you are standing. All right, number 5. An angle in an isosceles triangle has a measure of 20 degrees. Okay, isosceles means what? Two sides that are equal, right? So if two sides are equal, like this side and this side, if one of the measure is 20, the other one also has to be 20. Does that make sense? In an isosceles triangle, two angles are the same. So then what's 20 plus 20? 40. And the angle of a triangle has to be 180. So 180 minus 40 would be 140 degrees. We had one like that a little bit ago. My triangle does not draw 140 degrees, does it? Terrible. Yes.
But couldn't you have also done, so what I did was, I said that the other two angles were each 80 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you could have done, as long as two of them are the same.
Oh.
So I just did it because it gave me 20. So you did 80 and 80. Yep, that works. Hmm? You did what? Both answers? Yeah, that'll work. Because 80 plus 80 is 160 plus 20 would be 180. Which could not be a cross-section of the shape below. What's the answer? What is it? Cylinder. Why can't it be a cylinder? Because a cylinder looks like this and it's 3D. A cross-section has to be a 2D shape. The area of the circle is 113.1 feet squared. What would the diameter have to be? Okay, you have to start writing those formulas out. So my formula is for area equals, what? Yeah, thanks. Area equals pi times r squared, okay? We know the area, so I put in 113.1 equals pi r squared. I know what pi equals, right? What does pi equal? So I got 113.1 equals 3.14 times r squared. How do I get r by itself? What do we do, guys?
Divide.
Everything we've done before. Divide by 3.14. Divide by 3.14. And when I did that in my calculator, if I use this like this, I get 36.01, so just round it to the nearest whole number, which is 36, equals r squared. How do I get the square part out of the r?
You find the square root of 36.
Yes, the opposite of squaring something is finding the square root. So if I have to find the square root, sorry, square root of 36, so you're doing the square root of both sides. So what's the square root of 36?
6.
Guys, what's the answer?
6.
So 6 equals my radius. So the opposite of squaring a number is the square root. How many of you knew to do that? Raise your hand if you knew to do that. Excellent.
It's asking for the diameter.
Yeah.
So then what do I need to do next?
Multiply 6 times.
Thank you for reminding me that, and I didn't finish it. So I just take it times 2, so 12 equals my diameter. How many of you got the answer all the way at the end? Excellent. Number 8 says, what is the circumference of the circle in the problem above? So I need to write down circumference equals, it's either 2 times pi times r, or circumference equals diameter times pi. I'm just gonna use the diameter. Circumference equals 12 times 3.14. 12 times 3.14. I have 37.68. You can round it to 37.7. You can leave it at that, or you can round it to, I guess 38. Either of those answers is fine. Yes. 6.9. Probably. Did you use the pi button? Yep,
Yeah.
that'll work. Any other questions? You can go ahead and stop. Go ahead and